Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial video. So I am a self-taught developer and I have had to learn every aspect of the programming from idea to creation to execution to final delivery and want to continue educating. So for this reason I have changed my channel name to be pip install Python, and I'm going to be focusing on Python packages. Python packages are sections of code that people have already developed. You can grab on this code, bring it into your project, and build off of it. So for this, I want to kind of dive into some of this innovation, and I want to teach it. I want to show people how to use these packages and how to get the most value out of them. And that's why I need to change up my site. And my site is a Django-based application. I have built other applications off of Django. This is one that was a trading site that I was working on, and it has basically news aggregation, video content from a content creator that wanted to put it into their own section, filtering capabilities. And anyway, the important thing to kind of focus on in my industry, which is anything that deals with trading or media, you have to be very specific on how you structure your Django models. So for this reason, I want to jump into an education based, how do I get the most value out of my Django relationships, and how I kind of think of it as a self-taught developer. So to do this justice, let's get an idea from the very basics. What is a table of a database and what does it kind of look like? And the way that you can kind of look at this is this picture right here, where you have different rows and columns, and within these you can kind of create a reason for this information and you record it that way. So for us, we can use this to give classifications on specific information that we are trying to gather from an individual or from a specific product. So for this, there are two main things to look at. The primary key is the key for the actual table, and then foreign keys or foreign relationships are key relationships to other columns. And the way that this kind of works, you can fill up one database column that is on, like, for example, the birthday, and then the next one, it could be on the actual person, and you can have a foreign relationship between the person themselves and their birthday, and we'll kind of dive into that in this next section. So for example, the birthday, when is your birthday? And you would tell me one thing, another person would tell you a different thing, and then another person might say the same birthday as me. I have met other people with the same birthday as me, but that relationship does not mean that I have the same birthday as another person, because they are completely not connected on the actual schema, which would be considered on the database side. So for this, in order to create this relationship in Django code, we can pull up the actual models. So within my Django application, I created a sub app, and it automatically creates a models.py folder or file for you to actually jump into. So if I wanted to create this relationship between a birthplace and an actual person, the way I would do it is right here, where we have the class, we have the birthplace name, and then we have models.models. Now within here, you can declare what do you want to be attributed in the actual table that we are going to be working in. So this is like pre-set up before you actually create these tables. And this is what makes working with Django very easy at sometimes. There are a lot of ways where models can also give you a huge headache if you need to change them later on. So I highly recommend putting as much time into why you create these models as you possibly can and really plan it out. So for this, like I said, you can give it a char field, which is just text. You can do a date time field, which is like the date. So for your birthplace, you give the city, you give the state, and what date you were born. You can do that all in the birthplace model if you really wanted to. And then you can connect this to another table. So let's say that we want to pull on this class within this class, which is our person class. Then we can do a birthplace, which is just the variable name. We do an equals models.ForegnKey, and then we reference the other model that we just created. And that brings this model into this model, and it connects them all. So for this, you can really section up classes on classes, which is pretty unique for Python and how it kind of manages how it runs classes. So the next one that we're going to want to jump into is the one-to-many. And the way I would kind of look about this is one customer with many orders. So if they have different products, you want to have a one-to-many. And that's the way I would kind of look at it. And the way that this kind of works in the database is we have this table where we have the ID and then we have the name. So there I am, and you can see that I bought from another column, which is the actual products. I bought this data plotly course, and then I bought a t-shirt. And then you can see Jackie bought a Django course, and then she bought a t-shirt. And then we have David over here, which bought a trading bot, right? So this is how these are able to correlate with each other with a one-to-many relationship. So you are taking one person, and then you're seeing in another table, what are they buying? You know, what products have they clicked on to bring into this new table? And then you can actually execute on a potential sale based off of that. So that is the way I would think of a one-to-many relationship, is think of an e-commerce site and having many orders to one person. So with that, the next thing is the many-to-many, and this one can get really confusing, but at times it's needed. So the way I would think about this is for my actual course, I need a many-to-many relationship where I can have the actual course which has multiple relationships to the individual videos that the course is going to house, and then I need to have a relationship to the students themselves to see which students have actually got this course, and vice versa. And these are all going to mix and match. And I know this kind of looks kind of convoluted in a sense, and I can kind of explain this a little bit better by just showing you what it looks like in the admin area. Now, to really run this point home, I wanted to dive into my actual admin portal and what happens on the admin side whenever I create a many-to-many relationship. So as explained in this slide with how I need to set it up with my course, I could pull this up, which is the actual model on the admin side. So what I have here is I have the videos, and what you can actually do is you can select different videos like this, or with command you could specifically select. So for example, if this course needed these two videos, I can add it. But let's say my next course, I want to keep the same intro. I can keep this, but I just change up these two. So the value of this is seen through this relationship. But another way that you can kind of see this is from the code. So in here I have my class, which is a course, and then I have the title for the course, and then I have a description, a main photo. Is this course public right now? The launch date. And then I connect it to a shop list, which is a foreign key right here, and that connects to the actual shop item. And then I have a student, which is a many-to-many field, and then I have videos, which is a many-to-many field. So to kind of understand this difference, you can see the many-to-many field is these, as we just covered, but the foreign key is just picking one. So for the shop listing, I only want it to connect to one purchase, because I don't want you to have to buy the course multiple times. There's only going to be a one-to-one relationship between the shop item and the course itself. But for students, I want many students to be able to take this course. For how many lectures I want within the course, I want many lectures that I can actually select. So that is the idea behind these relationships. And once you can kind of wrap your head more around why your data connects, will you become a better programmer? And like I said, the documentation with Django has been extremely helpful in me learning how to program. So anyway, with that, I want to end this. I think I've done my job and at least taught you the foreign key, the many-to-many relationship, and then the many-to-one. And I hope if you like this, please give me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully check out this website, which I'm currently still working on, and hopefully I can deliver something really cool. Anyway, with that, I will see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.